Yo, what's going on? So I'm super excited because this just arrived on my porch. The Roland SP404SX, which is a sampler. The reason I got this, even though it's a machine that's over 10 years old, is just because anyone who has one stands by it being great. Some of its limitations are what people love about it, so I'm super excited to mess around with it, and just looking at it already has me feeling really excited to make beats. So I'm going to be making my first beat on it now. The only experience I've had with it is I watched a tutorial, which I'll link in the description because it was great. I found a fairly simple sample, so let's do it. In terms of the sample, I'm going to be using this record by Peter Brown. I'm just going to cover it up since this is a family-friendly show, but do you want to get funky with me? Let's find out. Right now, all I have on the SP is a kick, a snare, hi-hat, and a bass guitar, which hopefully we'll be able to do a bass line with. Before I chop up the sample, the first thing I want to do is change the pitch. We have the filter, multi-effects, DJ looper, isolator, delay, all amazing, and even with the MFX we have 24 effects that we can work with. So before I chop up the sample, I want to just change the pitch around a bit. So I'll click on the sample that I want, go to multi-effects, and that would be number 21. So let's play around with it and see what sounds cool. I think that sounds nice. So to keep that, I'm going to resample that into pad 2. Let's go ahead and do that. Resample, record, pad 2, record. Perfect. Now on pad 2, I have that sample. So I'm going to delete that the first pad that we have. Delete, pad 1, delete. And then just for organization's sake, I will move the sample on pad 2 to pad 1. And now that's there, nothing on pad 2. Perfect. So let's chop up the sample. I think we'll only have 7 or 8 chops at the most. Let's start it up. So the first one I want is just that hit, and then the second one I will go with the second note. So I'll copy what we have on pad 1 to pad 2. And then I'll make a start mark again on this sample for the second note that we want. Pretty close, so I'll just move the starting point a bit further. Perfect. And then I'll delete that mark just to make it permanent. Okay, now I'm going to chop up the rest.
2 hours later.
Okay, so I now have all the samples. I now have all the samples chopped up. Here's what we have. Okay, cool. So I think first thing that we'll want to do is figure out the BPM. So I'll use the tap tempo for that. Let's see what we got. Okay, cool. So I'll make a new pattern. So record, go into pattern 1. I will turn down that metronome because it is ear piercing. And then in terms of length, 4 bars I think is good. Let's see what we have for BPM. 85, we'll see how that works. I can change that after if it's too fast or too slow. Let's do it. That BPM sounded good. Yeah. Cool. Alright, like I said, I have a couple drums in here. Let's just rehearse those and see how those sound. Perfect. I'm going to put the quantization to quarter notes and then start off just by recording the snare, and then we could add some more, maybe a bit more of a complicated drum pattern. One, two, three, four. Awesome. I like that. So I'll turn the quantization to 8th notes, and then we can record that kick drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll just go with that basic hi-hat beat. Let's do it. And for that we'll need 8th notes, which we have. Let's do it. Sweet. I'm liking this. Let's take a listen to what we have so far. So now to add that bass drum that I have loaded up, I'm going to have to use the pitch to match the key of the bass to the key of the sample. So let's see what we can do there. I think based on the loop, we'll probably only need 2 bass notes, which might make things easier, but let's see if we can match it up. So I'll play the pattern, and then I'll just play around with that bass. So I put on the multi-effects on that bass, and then we'll play with the pitch a bit. Sounds close. I think that's the 2nd note. So to keep that, I'm just going to resample that into pad 8. So I'll stop this pattern, resample, record to here. And that's all we're going to need. Cool. So I'll keep trying to tune pad 12 for the 1st note. Let's go with it. This is a bit overdriven, I think, so I'm going to see if I can maybe use the filter to make that a bit more just low end, and it'll blend in with the mix a bit better. Whoa. R.I.P. eardrums. Hear that difference? This is the original, and and that's after the effect. I like that better. So I'm going to resample those and then bring them back to the pad so that's permanent. So now we'll go to the pattern, record on pattern 1, and then I should just be able to rehearse it and add it. Sick, let's do it. I still think those are a bit loud. The nice thing about using the pattern sequencer, I know a lot of people prefer the resample method, and I might too, I just haven't had much experience with it or haven't really used it yet, but I do like the pattern sequencer in the sense that you can change levels after you've already recorded the pattern, because if you use the resample method, you're going to be stuck with whatever levels you use, and that has some character to it, I think, but I do like the benefit of being able to do that. Okay, let's hear how it sounds so far. Cool. All right, well, I think that's it for me. I really appreciate you coming to hang out. I hope everyone's doing okay. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I'm really excited to be using this machine. I'm hoping to do more videos on it, but it's really inspiring me to make some more beats, so more videos coming soon. Appreciate you. Peace. And now I'm just gonna mess around with the multi-effects because they're just so much fun. Let's do it. Stick around if you want. The DJ effects looper is so sick. Oh.